Hello again, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to another video, another report. And we've got, as usual, a ton to get caught up on. And I'm making an announcement. I have officially right now, have lost all hope in humanity. And I'll explain and we'll get into it, the whole detail. Not that I had much hope in humanity to begin with, but people have lost their minds. We're going to start with what's happening at Starbucks. People are going out and buying these little bear drinks and they're reselling them at a time when we're in the middle of the longest shutdown. Food lines are exploding. More people than ever having tough times getting food. But then on the other hand, you have the haves, right? There's always the haves and the have-nots. Well, the have-nots, a lot of them are waiting in food lines right now. Can't even afford a meal and waiting for hours in some cases, right? Other people are out spending $30 for a little bear drink. Let me just bring up the video here. First, let's look at a couple food lines. Then we'll get into the video of the bear situation in Starbucks.
I don't usually cry, but yesterday I did. And it wasn't because my stress levels were through the roof. It wasn't even because we had to call the police. It was because over 15,000 of you showed up yesterday to Ugly Potato Day to grab free produce. You didn't just show up, you waited in line for hours. Yesterday was one of the most heavily rained days of the year. I feel that this just shows how broken our country actually is.
How long did you wait in line up for?
About an hour and a half.
An hour and a half in the pouring rain. Dude, you are a legend. You want.
Family is sick, so here we go.
Attaboy.
I heard story after story about families not being able to afford produce, and it broke our heart. Overall, we are able to give out 250,000 pounds of vegetables, but I am truly sorry to the thousands of people that we turned away. Hopefully you at least got an apple for my dad in the tractor. We will do this event again, but we will have to think even bigger picture next time.
Wow, folks, that many people. Thousands were turned away. Many waited for hours. And this is the state of the U.S. right now. So you would think that people that have extra money, maybe they would look for somebody to help out. I mean, look at this. People waiting for hours. You would think they'd be looking for people possibly to help out. Maybe someone that needs help. And we're going to talk about some people that are doing that. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about that. So there are some good people out there. And not that you're a bad person if you don't help somebody. I mean, some people are barely scraping by. So somebody asks you for $1, you might not have $1. You might have a bunch of debt. And one person commented in this channel like this: if you're homeless, you're probably at a break-even level. You don't have any money, but you also don't have debt. But if you're not, you're probably in debt. I mean, most people are. So you're negative. So when someone's asking you for $1 that's homeless, usually they have less debt than the person they're asking money from, right? It's a weird way to look at it, but I think that's pretty accurate, especially here in the U.S. with the ease, or how easy it is to get credit cards. Kids right out of college, even in college. My wife told me that there's a recruiter, not a recruiter, that's military, somebody from the bank or from a representative, financial representative, offering to sign people up on college campuses for credit cards. And some of these kids didn't have any income, and they still qualified for credit cards. The limit was low. It's like a $500, $1,000 limit, but still, for a student with no income, with probably a bunch of debt, that's pretty convenient to get a credit card. But look what's happening, folks. Starbucks. This is absolutely bonkers what people are doing.
Like, we have a serious problem. Not only has there been a ton of drama surrounding the Starbucks bear cups that were being sold at locations, and there only being like one or two at each location, you have people that are purchasing a $30 glass bear cup and then reselling it for hundreds of dollars, $200, $180, $185, $160, and
Folks, first of all, $30 for a little bear cup is ridiculous. And it says Starbucks on it, and it's a barista instead of barista, barista. So it's got this little cute catchphrase attached to it. But this is crazy, folks. Look what they're selling for. These are sold on eBay. $195, $200, $180, $189. Let's continue here.
they're all sold. And they're even more on eBay. Look, $300, $260, $250. These are sold. People bought these. Like, I just don't get it. I don't care how much money I have. I am not spending this much on a cup. A glass cup at that will likely end up broken, or like people have been saying in comment sections, at a Goodwill a year from now. Like, I'm just not understanding what the hype is about this cup. And Starbucks greatly underestimated the amount of people that were going to be interested in these cups. And while I wouldn't personally stand in a line or camp outside to be the first to purchase this Starbucks cup, I can understand why people are mad that employees were let into stores ahead of time so that they could come and purchase them. It just allowed the employees to purchase them before they even hit the shelf, because a lot of people were pulling up to Starbucks locations and looking inside the window to see if they were sitting on the shelves.
So employees were grabbing the few that they had, and that's another thing too. They didn't make enough to meet the demand. So you've got all these people like fighting and arguing, and we're going to look at a couple videos here. So some people are saying that Starbucks did this on purpose to stir up media and press, and Starbucks has been losing profits. They're still profitable, but their profits are shrinking a lot, and they've had to close down a lot of locations. So some people are speculating that this was done on purpose. I don't know, but either way, the people participating in this are absolutely insane. But people on this channel might be doing it. I guess if I'm spending $10 a month on music streaming, then some people might say that, it's opinion. Some people might say I'm wasting money, right? Entertainment, wasting money. Anybody that goes to a concert, wasting money. Anybody that goes to a nightclub, a restaurant, wasting money. You could eat at home. You could watch the concert on YouTube. You don't have to go, right? So you could take this as far as you want it, as far as who's wasting money, who's not wasting money. But a $30 cup, and then the crazier people buying them on eBay. Let me know what you think about this. Drop a comment.
And if they decided to stand there and wait for them to be sold, only for the employees to swoop in and take them.
Yeah, the employees basically swooping them up before the store opens, and probably a lot of the people selling them on eBay, I'm guessing, probably those are the people, those are the employees that got them first. Some people are going in and buying several. Has there been a they're not limiting them either. So some people are buying 5 or 10 of these, $300 worth of bear drink cups, and then probably reselling them, or who knows, maybe giving them out for gifts. All right, but let's watch a couple more and a couple situations on how people are acting in Starbucks. All right, listen to how she explains it. The consumerism behind this is absolutely insane.
Going to business school taught me absolutely anything. It's that consumers are very dumb and easily swindled. I'm sure that you guys have seen the viral Beanie Bear Starbucks cup drop as of late, and I'm sure you have also noticed that Starbucks refuses to drop more than like 5 at a store, with some stores receiving only 1. Now, these cups sell at around $15 to $30, depending on what you get from the drop, because there's like other forms of cups for this drop. The consumer psychology about this cup is exactly like this. This is how it goes. We take a cheap product that's available on Amazon and Alibaba wholesale. We put our label on it. We tell the consumers, hey, we're only going to drop 4 to 5 per store. So we make it seem like it's super rare and like you can only get it if you go to the store at 4 a.m. and make sure that you wait there until the store opens up. When in reality, we're going to drop like 1 or 2 at each store. And then the only way you can get it is if you go on eBay and get it from a scalper that's selling it for $300 to $500, which people are consistently buying it for. When in reality, it's the tale as old as time. It's a cheaply made, already readily available cup with a consumer logo on it. That's all they want, is a logo. Consumers eat that shit up. You guys are dumb. You guys are always easily swindled, and this is exactly why Starbucks is a $1 billion company, because they just play in your faces.
Wow. So basically she's saying that Starbucks did this to just stir up a craze and basically begin it with artificial scarcity by just putting a few of these drink cups at each location, and it's making people go crazy and spend a lot of money. So if they wanted to make more money, they actually could just sell more of these bears, but the way it looks like they understocked the stores to create more of a mania. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think that's what's going on?
Tell me why I just went into Starbucks to grab my coffee, and I asked the barista, I said, how many of the teddy bear cups did you guys get? Because they launched. And she was like, not a lot at all. And I was like, okay, like how many? Like, do I have a good chance of getting one if I can't? She's like, if you want one, you have to be here at 4:30. I said 4:30, like tonight. Like I thought maybe they were going to put them out early. And she's like, no, 4:30 tomorrow morning. She said, yeah, that's when we open. So if you want one, you have to be here at 4:30 in the morning. So I guess I won't be getting a teddy bear cup, but whoever does get one, good on you.
Did I wake up at 3 a.m. to go buy a teddy bear cup from Starbucks when I don't even drink coffee? Yes, I did. The first Starbucks I went to, the ladies in line told me that they set up the display and that they knew there was only one teddy bear cup. So I left. And then my sister-in-law checked in to see how.
And it's not just ladies waiting in line, don't bash just the women. You got
on
dudes.
The a.m. to go buy a teddy bear cup from Starbucks when I don't even drink coffee. Yes, I did.
Dudes waiting in line as well.
Display and that they knew there was only one teddy bear cup. So I left. And then my sister-in-law checked in to see how I was doing because she was also on the hunt, but I told her the second Starbucks I went to did not work out. Then my sister checked in and we came up with a plan to go to Fry's Marketplace since they have a Starbucks inside. I was a little intimidated because it was 2 hours before they opened and nobody was there except for the employees, but somebody did tell me that they did have the teddy bear cup. So I decided to sit myself down, wait 2 hours, and power through. And you guys, there was nobody there. I was the only one in line. It wasn't until about 5 minutes that they opened that people started showing up. But I came through as the best sister, sister-in-law, and mom because I scored the teddy bear cups. And my family was so excited. So it's going to be a really good Christmas around.
It's going to be a really good Christmas for her and her family, folks. They got the bear cups, $30.
My sister-in-law checked in to see.
Prices vary from what I hear between like $15 to $30. Either way, it's a lot for a cup. But then again, if you're going to criticize somebody buying one of these, then you got to expand it out to
she was also on the
hunt, but I told her
spending, the second Starbucks I went to.
$15 for a slice of pizza at Vegas and all the other just different extravagant vacation type of things that people do, cruises and everything else that goes along with it here. Take a listen to a few more here, though. It gets more interesting.
Over these Starbucks bear cups is absolutely insane.
That is not fair. That is not right.
These are employees of Starbucks.
You guys are not fair. Including employees. Whoever's the manager, you guys are going to stop this because you know this is wrong.
All over social media, there are viral videos popping up with people being upset that Starbucks employees cut the line to purchase these new glass bear cups.
All the Starbucks employees came and they took everything. And we've been waiting in line outside.
This viral video posted by Coda D Stylist, she talks about how she and her family went to Starbucks at 3 o'clock in the morning to wait for the release of these glass barista cups that Starbucks has been advertising that they will be selling. However, as she was standing outside waiting in line, a manager came up, unlocked the front door, and allowed multiple employees to come inside and purchase their items first. By the time that she got inside, all of the bear cups were sold out. Unfortunately, this appears to be a common theme at multiple different Starbucks locations because apparently each store was only given 1 to 2 bear cups. Because of that, Starbucks customers are saying that this isn't fair. Some commenters say it's a violation of company policy. If you're not scheduled to be on the clock, you're not able to be in the store prior to business hour. Knowing that you were first in line and they didn't even leave 1 bear mug, that is savage. I understand why you're upset. However, you have employees saying, Starbucks worker here, it's a cup and we deserve it too. I don't know why y'all are mad. We get perks since we work there. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Starbucks completely dropped the ball here? Should employees be allowed to cut the line to buy these items? Or are these people waiting in line to buy these cups crazy to begin with? The drama.
I mean, it is up to the company, right? If they want employees to have perks, then they get first access to these cups. And you can be mad at that you stayed in line for whatever, 3 hours or whatever. Even if it was 10 minutes, you're probably not happy that somebody from the company came and bought it from you. But that's on you, I think, for waiting in line for trying to get a cup that you don't know if it's going to be sold out or not. But then again, people might have the opposite view that these employees shouldn't be allowed to go buy these cups before everybody else here. Take a look at this one.
I swear Starbucks is running a social experiment because you can't tell me this many grown-ass adults are getting upset because of a bear cup that looks like it came from Five Below. I'm sure that bear cup only costs like $5 and everybody's losing their mind. There's so many other things in this world and we're going to fight people for a damn bear cup. It's the same with Stanley's. Like when that whole Stanley craze came out, I'm like, these are cups, y'all. Like these are actual cups. And if you didn't know, Stanley's been around for decades, and then just some awesome PR person made it look cool to have a Stanley. Okay, farmers and workers and everyday blue collar people were using Stanleys before Stanleys were cool. All right, but a bear cup, y'all are waiting in line at 2:00 in the morning, and then you're mad because the Starbucks employees are buying it before you can. And now if you go to Etsy or eBay or anything else, they're selling these damn bear cups for $225. Please say it isn't so. Please say this is like an alternate reality, an alternate universe. Like, I am sure right now the CEO of Starbucks is going, oh, we've got them under our trap. I mean, like, it's so easy. Just a bear cup? It's a f***ing cup. Somebody explain this to me. Like, the closest I've seen was back in the 80s when the parents ran to go get the Cabbage Patch Kids. Now, I kind of understand that because my mom was one of those who was sitting in front of Sears trying to get the Cabbage Patch Kid because you want to make your kids' Christmas magical. But it's not like you're getting it for anybody else. These are bear cups. And a year from now, that bear cup is going to be in a little storage shed in the back of your house or on the very top shelf of where your glasses are, and you ain't going to give two shits about it because there's going to be another cup that's going to come out.
Alright guys, I am going to tell you about my Starbucks bear cup story this morning. My eyes look crazy and I am exhausted, which I will tell you why. So I have been obsessed with these bear cups since I saw them, and I was like, I need to get my hands on a bear cup. So I called every Starbucks that it was possible for me to drive to days before these things got released. I found one that was nowhere near I lived, but the manager said employees are not allowed to buy the bear cups or any of our holiday collection unless they are online with everyone else. So I was like, perfect, I'm going here. The manager was nice on the phone and assured me. My friend called, my mom called, I called. We all made sure, like, whoever's there first, the line gets the bear cup. So I picked my friend up at 2 a.m. We are the first people at Starbucks. I will insert a video or picture or something to show where the first one's there. We got there way too early because the workers showed up at like 4:15 and we were still the only ones online. So people start to get there about 4:30 and we're like, okay, they want the Hello Kitty stuff. We want the bear cup. There's 2 bear cups, me and my friend. Like, we're good. Everyone's happy. Everyone's going to get what they want. So 5 minutes before the doors open, one of the workers opened the door and said, I'm just letting you guys know, like, I'm going to be buying the bear cups and the Hello Kitty plushes. So you might want to try another Starbucks, that we're wasting our time. I said, I've been here since 2:15 in the morning, which you knew, because when I watched you guys walked in to your shift, I told you as a joke, like, I've been here all night, proud, camping on the streets of Brooklyn, honestly scared for my life. I did have pepper spray in my hand. But he didn't care. He just closed the door. Didn't care. Mind you, the supervisor on shift said before she was walking in that employees weren't allowed to buy them because of everything with the whole Stanley Starbucks scandal, that employees can't sell it out before the line has the chance to get it. So basically, they kept the doors locked until after 5, and the worker purchased it at 5 while we were outside, which I have video of.
All right, you people get the point. The big picture of this is, at the time when food banks are talking about they're going to run out of food because of all the demand, employees of airliners are still working without pay. Some of them have stopped showing up to work. We just had a whole bunch of flights delayed. Let's take a look here. Hopefully not anyone here on this channel is trapped at an airport or anything like this. More than 2,200 flights delayed on Sunday amid nationwide air travel disruption. All these things going on. No timeline on when the government may reopen. People getting their paychecks again. Record numbers of people at the food banks. We have people out there waiting in line, fighting, arguing about bear cups from Starbucks. And like one of the persons, one of them said, the videos we watched, they're probably going to be on a shelf at Goodwill next year. That would be my guess, right? Because the mania is usually just a mania, a craze, and then it fades out. And probably seen the Beanie Baby craze, and what was the other thing? There's been a few different crazes of different toys, the whole Stanley Cup thing. But consumerism is out of control, folks. This is one of the reasons, and there's many reasons, one of the reasons why prices don't come down just for everything. Because people just they want it now. And if they don't have the money saved up, they're going to put it on credit. And I wouldn't be shocked at all if a lot of these people waiting in line weren't somebody living paycheck to paycheck. Right? Just because somebody's spending money on something that looks way too expensive doesn't mean they actually have the money. It's usually just more debt added on top of the pile here. Let's just go to something recent though. eBay, let's see how the bids are going here. With the cups here, we got an $80 one, buy it now. $82, buy it now. So it looks like the prices have come down some. That's not even the bear cup they were talking about. It's a bunny cup of some sort. $320 your best offer. $419, $290, $250, $294, $350, $265, $33. Wow, I'm surprised that one's still there. Oh, that's not a real bear cup though. It's just got a little bear on the top. So see what I'm saying, folks? So it's a specific cup people are going crazy for. A cup with a little bear on it. It's also a bear cup, but it's just different. $30. Let me know what you think about this, folks. I've lost all hope in humanity. But you can't blame people for wasting money. I mean, look at all of us waste money, right? Tell me what you've wasted money on in the last week. What did I waste money on? I went out to eat. I went to a place called El Pollo Loco. I mean, you could say that's not a waste because people need to eat, yes. But could we have made it at home for cheaper? Absolutely. We could have got a rotisserie chicken. We could have made a home recipe. But we all waste money in some form or another. The Amish people would tell you you're all wasting money. Just live out here on the farm and don't spend money on anything. Just grow everything yourself. So it's all in the eye of the beholder. It's all perspective. And let me know anyways. Drop your comment. See you in the next video, hopefully. Bye for now, everybody. Peace.